Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Case dismissed. Michigan Supreme Court denies the civil lawsuits brought by the families of the Oxford school shooting.
This is just more salt on the wound of how our government has treated us.
Mothers and fathers react to losing their bid for a measure of justice in the case. On November 30th, 2021, Hannah St. Juliana, Tate Meir, Justin Schilling, and Madison Baldwin went to school, but they never came home.
And since that day, 3.5 years ago, their families have worked to hold not just the shooter, but also the school district responsible for its role in their children's deaths. Today, that effort was defeated in a ruling by the state Supreme Court. Will Jones is live on this story tonight. And will those families still believe more people need to be held accountable?
Damon and Kimberly, this has been a difficult journey for these Oxford families, and the legal fight is just one part of it. And this is not the outcome that they wanted, but they are determined to continue to push forward.
This is horrible. This is absolutely horrible, and there's going to be no change coming out of this tragedy.
The legal fight for the Oxford High School families to hold the school district legally responsible for the 2021 mass shooting is now over following the Michigan Supreme Court's decision to not take up their appeal.
I think we're all still kind of just trying to process that they won't even listen to our case. You know, this was a mass casualty. This was a huge deal. And the fact they don't seem to care is just, it's really disheartening.
The Michigan Court of Appeals ruling last September will stand. The court affirmed a lower court decision that Oxford Community Schools and their employees have governmental immunity.
We argued a number of different things. Number one, we argued that governmental immunity should absolutely be abolished and ruled unconstitutional.
The families say they will continue their fight in other areas.
We need to start asking for change at other levels. We need to go to our legislature, we need to go to our schools, and we need to start getting answers.
I can't believe that a tragedy of this nature, our government can just sweep it under the rug and say, sorry for your luck.
Tim Mullins represents Oxford Community Schools. He sent over a statement. He said the case was well decided. He also said employees should not be held responsible for criminal acts of independent third parties. We are live tonight. Will Jones, Local 4.
All right, Will, thank you for that update.
Our other top story tonight is the weather, and we're tracking rain on the way as we take a look at live pictures from our Windsor Skycam.
Now take a look at Exact Track 40 radar. You can see rain moving into the area right now. Making our way through the middle of the week. We're hoping the rain and clouds don't stick around for too long.
That's right. Let's get over to forewarned meteorologist Brian Sherman. He's in for Kim Adams tonight. Hi, Brian.
Hi there, Kimberly and Damon. Good evening, everyone. After a dry day, for the most part, a few light rain showers for some of us. We're tracking more rain heading our way through the next 2 to 3 hours. Exact Track 40 radar has these rain showers, a band of them, southwest of Metro Detroit. So Lenawee County getting in on this first here. So there's Jackson working down into Lenawee County, closing in on Adrian. Wheatland down to Seneca, as well as Somerset, seeing some rain. This band lifts off to the north and east, and everybody will be getting into some of those rain showers as we go throughout the next 2 to 3 hours. Tower cam over downtown Detroit, plenty of cloud cover as we've worked throughout much of the day today, but temperatures on the chilly side of things as well. Sitting at 57 here in Detroit, as well as over in Ann Arbor, 57 in Pontiac, and 59 tonight down in Monroe. That low pressure center will keep the rain showers with us as we go through part of the evening into the overnight. So temperatures not moving a whole lot. We're in the 50s through the overnight and into early tomorrow morning as well. I'll talk about when the rain moves out of the region. Details in your full forewarned forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
We'll take a live look right now at pictures from the White House. President Donald Trump is considering pardons for the men convicted of plotting to kidnap Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Barry Croft and Adam Fox are considered ringleaders in that plot. They were both convicted in 2022. Now, this news comes just after a series of controversial pardons, including those of reality TV stars Todd and Julie Chrisley. From felon to freedom. It could be a reality for the Chrisleys. 3 years after their conviction on tax fraud, President Trump says he will pardon TV personalities Todd and Julie Chrisley.
It's a great thing because your parents are going to be free and clean.
The president calling the Chrisleys children Tuesday to let them know about the pardon.
Thank you for bringing my parents back.
The couple was indicted in 2019 for conspiracy, tax evasion, and bank fraud. They were convicted in 2022 of defrauding banks tens of millions of dollars. Todd was sentenced to 12 years in prison, Julie to 7 years. Savannah Chrisley spoke at the Republican convention last summer and has lobbied the president on behalf of her parents. These pardons follow a pattern for Trump, who was facing 2 federal criminal trials when he was elected and claimed he was the victim of a weaponized Justice Department. He's shown sympathy for felons who say they were punished for conservative beliefs.
Well, make it official with a badge.
Just Monday, pardoning Scott Jenkins, a Virginia sheriff convicted of taking tens of thousands of dollars in bribes. Prosecutors had undercover video showing Jenkins accepting bribes. The former sheriff argued he was targeted because of his conservative politics. The president agreed. And another controversial pardon last month. Paul Walczak, the former nursing home executive, convicted on tax crimes and sentenced to 18 months in prison. The New York Times reports his mother attended a $1 million per person fundraising dinner at Mar-a-Lago, raised money for Trump campaigns, and was part of the group that publicized Ashley Biden's diary. Walczak also claimed he was targeted because of his mother's political moves. And the president has pardoned or commuted 16 white-collar criminals so far this year. Well, the city of Warren's police commissioner is speaking out tonight in response to multiple chases over the weekend, one of them killing an innocent bystander.
And that comes as the driver involved in that chase appears in court to be formally charged. Erica Erickson is live in Warren. Erica, what did the commissioner have to say?
A lot said today. We saw that dash cam, but I want to show you right here at 9 Mile and Van Dyke where that deadly crash ended. You can see what a busy intersection. So many just thinking about what that family must be going through right now, and many pointing out the fact that this could have so easily been avoided.
It's coming up to 9, center lane. 1050.
This just moments before a deadly crash.
This is a somber moment, a tragedy, an outcome that no officer ever wants to see.
The intersection, 9 Mile and Van Dyke. And according to prosecutors, the innocent person hit and killed 71-year-old Wendy Drew of Hazel Park, a wife of over 50 years, a mother of 5, and grandmother to 23.
This family has to live with that. And it's tragic that it was a senseless loss of life.
Warren police say the chase Saturday night.
Northbound through 15, reason for pursuit.
Beginning as 33-year-old Anthony Greer Jr. of Detroit, already with a lengthy driving history, now charged with second-degree murder, fleeing and resisting police, is accused of refusing to stop, driving over 70 in a 40-mile-per-hour zone, and recklessly.
In this case here, there was a total disregard of life being on that road, driving on sidewalks, in and out of traffic.
Questions and concerns arising not only after this.
To a certain degree, they should call it off. They start panicking, and that's when things get happen.
But also this. Another chase just 2 days later, causing major property damage and more fear. A suspect's car landing inches from where this Warren neighbor says his son usually plays.
If he was there that day, like, something unfortunately could have happened.
Just like that, it could have happened.
But Warren Police Commissioner Eric Hawkins says the amount of people who blatantly disregard police officers and refuse to stop is astonishing. He says the department follows strict pursuit policies, and pursuits are down by 50% compared to this time last year.
This is not a police problem. This is a people problem.
A lot of talk about pursuit policy today. The department and the commissioner said they do review that when things like this unfortunately happen. Now, those 2 officers involved in that chase are placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of this investigation. And Greer, meanwhile, faces up to life in prison. Reporting live in Warren, Erica Erickson, back to you.
All right, Erica, thank you.
Well, today we're learning Stellantis is appointing Antonio Filosa as its new chief executive officer.
Filosa, who's been with the company for 25 years, currently serves as chief operating officer for North and South America and chief quality officer. He's been recognized for his success in growing brands such as Fiat and Jeep. The company plans to hold a shareholder meeting in the coming days to officially elect Filosa to serve as CEO. Filosa will assume his role June 23rd.